stories. I'm going to start posting kind of regularly again here, but yeah, life is not always great. It's not always pretty. Sometimes it's really messy, and I just don't want people thinking that like that never happens to people. Like, you guys.
So Sam just said that on her live right now, she said she doesn't get cuddles anymore.
You know how many influencers probably have the same things going on, but they just don't talk about it.
Does she know that we're live talking about this, Sam?
And, well, that's fine. They don't have to. But I want to normalize it. I want to be the one to be like, yes, this is messy. Yes, you're okay for feeling this way. Cry it out, scream it out, punch it out, get it all out, and then move forward and focus on what you need. Tomorrow, I think that's going to be me going up to Coeur d'Alene and doing a spa day at Slick Rock before I have to go to work. Because I need some self-care. That's the best way to heal yourself, guys, is self-care. I think I'm also going to do my makeup. Because if I do my makeup, I will be terrified to cry. And I won't want to cry it off. And so I will hopefully be able to maintain myself the whole day. I will, Lily. I will. I'm going to check the schedule as soon as I get off this live video and make an appointment in that.
Right, the spa day, but you can't pay her bills.
Cocoon if it's possible, because your girl needs to sweat all this crap out.
That made me laugh, actually, when she was like, you know, he sleeps in until 2 p.m. every day. It's like, doesn't he work night shifts? Like, what? What?
But yeah, just understand that I am going to be okay. It sucks. It's not fun. I miss him terribly. I pray and hope and do a rain dance and all of that he comes back, but I can't make it. So, whatever happens will happen. And I will try to deal with it how I can.
I really need to share my Skittles because I've
side,
eaten
though,
like half a bag.
I've been doing a lot of processing. So a lot of you guys have been asking me a lot of questions that I feel like I haven't had the right answers for. And now I feel like I do have some of those answers. So if you think of anything and you decide you want to ask me a question, just shoot me a DM.
We have plenty of questions, but I know that we'd probably be blocked if we would actually ask those questions.
But I think I'm starting to get okay. I'll figure it out. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be easy, but I'll figure it out. And that's what's important.
Yes,
and
please.
In the meantime, I made myself cookies. So I'm going to sit here and eat my plate of cookies like a fat kid trying to gain some weight. And listen to the bird talk, because the bird's been talking all day at me because she's not gotten any attention since he left yesterday. She's been asking, what doing all day. So I've just been listening to her. And she's really funny sometimes. Every time I go in the room, she goes, what? It's kind of funny. But, yeah. I'm just going to chill here. My buddy's got me. Huh. Don't you got me? You got my back.
Well, so there's a proof of life for the bird for now. The bird is not quite soup yet. She brought the bird into this, yes. Will you request to join her live? Oh my god, could you imagine? She's got me blocked on everything. I did have another account following, but I got a little bit antsy and I posted something too early and she knew it was me because no one else had seen her story because she has like 10 people that actually follow. It says the first thing she messaged me about after I ended it was my car lease. Fuck, I'm losing them. They're coming too quick. About my dad car lease, mind you, I co-signed for her too. Yeah. The bird is alive and well. So far. After I left her, she did go in and say no one wants her. So, now we're to the good part. I'm sorry, can you guys hear me chewing on these Skittles? Because I feel like every time I eat, like I think I'm being real slick when I put my hand in my food thing, and then when I listen to it back, I'm like, oh my god, you filthy pig. She's wearing the snake as a pair of shoes right now. No. That's so bad. Alright, let me find this other one, because this one I haven't seen yet, and there's like an hour of it, and I'm so excited. I shouldn't be excited. I shouldn't say I'm excited. So I'm also because it's really terrified. Yeah, the moment she likes a bird, you're going to get your bird back, and it's going to be like abusive. Like your bird's going to be like, fuck you. And say like the meanest shit. Yeah, Yuli. Oh my god, no, last time, because you know how every time Juliana goes live and she's like, and I had it cold last time, and a couple of times I'm like, oh my god, I really have to edit out that snort, but I can only do a few. It sounded like I was like on the gear. She touches my bird. Yeah, you fucking go pick your bird up, it'll be like Abby's cat. It's like all just skin, no fur. Imagine being jealous of a bird. Alright. Let's get into the good shit.
Blah, blah, blah. Nah.
Oh, here we go.
No. You ain't gonna tell me that I don't have support when I have millions of people in my messages telling me all the time, oh, I'm so sorry for what you're going through.
She has millions of people in her messages saying, I'm so sorry for what you're going through, but she can only manage to scramble up 19 people to watch this live.
Get the fuck out of here. Go to therapy and then tell me that you're healthy. The fact that I wasted so much time. Then he tries to tell me, well, I hope you tell Shiloh, blah, blah, blah. Shiloh is happy because now, for once, she's finally going to have her mom back, engaging with her, instead of laying in bed all the time because I'm depressed about not getting fucking affection.
When you're single, you're not going to be getting any affection either, so why would that make any difference on Shiloh? Like, how is she blaming Shiloh and how Shiloh is on anyone but herself? Like, if you're not giving your child attention, whose fault's that? She's always been this way. It's always been, like, prioritising being on live and then, you know, like, talking shit, yelling at Shiloh when she comes in. Like, she's never given Shiloh attention. What is she talking about? And then, it's, like, she's not all of a sudden going to start getting attention now that Hale's gone. Like, what?
I was begging for bare minimum. That's the unbelievable part about all this. I was begging for the bare minimum. Why the fuck did I do that? I can't believe that. I really can't believe that, guys. That was wild.
Yeah, someone just said, you can really see the switch in her voice. It's absolutely.
He literally came up behind me and I tried to lock this door because he was trying to get in my face about the fact that I was on the phone with somebody. Mind you, this person was on the phone with me the entire time this thing happened. She heard the whole thing. So I have a witness already. Now he's upset because he reacted that way, and now it's going to come out that he acts that way. I am so done being with these men who just never take accountability. Ever.
Have you guys ever seen that video where that woman's in like a hairdresser and the guy tries to get a refund? And he's like, I need to get a refund. That woman's like running against him and going, ow, you hit me. And she's like screaming and the guy's not even touching her. That reminds me of Courtney. That's literally what Courtney would do.
Ever.
So Hale said she faked an owl super loud on purpose because she was on the speaker. So basically, yeah.
It is so fucking unfair to me. The fact that actually happened, that he just busted through the door like that and is now trying to blame it on me, tries to say that I'm abusive because of one time we got into an argument and he was trying to run from the house instead of communicating like a fucking adult.
Okay, if your husband is running away from you, you're doing something wrong. Like, instead of communicating, you're trying to run from the house. I would be too. I would be running away. But someone said, can't keep a relationship, can't keep a job, has an issue with everyone, it's you. It absolutely is. Like, she's done this all the time. Every job she's had, she always gets fired, and then all of a sudden, after they fire her, she's like, oh, you know, well, they were doing this, and all of a sudden it's this big, you know, with the guy that was sleeping with the underages apparently at the tattoo shop, and she's like, you know, he was sleeping with underage girls, and I was going to put a stop to it. And it's like, he's been doing that for months, and all of a sudden that's an issue now that they're firing you. It doesn't make any sense. I don't think Courtney has a sister. She's adopted. Can I just say, watching her pack everything in boxes and didn't seal the bottom of it had me laughing. I hope it all fell out. Oh my god. Like Yuli wants a drama and people feeling bad for her. Yeah. I would be, yeah. She's been so abusive. There are so many videos of her live just being shit to him while he was being silent. Exactly. A saint. She's a person who slips on water at McDonald's and screams in pain and sues. I'm dead. Yes. If they run for you, the problem may be you. Exactly. I was laying in a bed and she came out grabbing on me and attempted to rip me off the bed, yelling at me to leave her house. That's what Hale just said. Oh, fuck.
And so I grabbed his shoulder like this, his shirt, and his shirt ripped. Now he's trying to say that I put hands on him. I've never hit you with my hands a day in my fucking life. I wish you would try and say some shit like that, though.
Ripping someone's shirt off is putting hands on them.
Because that's fucking hilarious.
I have receipts telling her parents what happened and receipts of them saying they know I'm stable and would never hurt either of them. Her parents must just be like, fuck this cunt again. Like, I'd be like, no, you can't come home. Sorry. How many times, though, have they tried to take Shiloh? Like, there's been many times where they've said, maybe you should leave Shiloh here because it's better for her. And, like, I mean, that last time with Shiloh, remember when Mel said he didn't want Shiloh around because she was making things difficult, and she literally gave Shiloh to her parents and then said later on, oh no, I was going to leave Mel and that's why Shiloh went to stay with my parents. And we know that's not the truth, because at the same time that Shiloh went to the parents, she was putting up all these stories saying, I'm so sorry, I was ungrateful, please take me back, like you did everything for me. So if she was giving Shiloh to her parents so that she could get rid of Mel, why was she trying to win him back? That makes no sense at all. Oh, Britt, you missed a little bit, but we're going to put this up. Basically, she was just saying that the only time she did anything was she ripped his shirt when he was trying to run away from the house and she was trying to make him stop. Which, like, come on, like, we'd all be running. I don't think I could wake up next to her and not be terrified.
It's just the same thing the last guy tried to do to me.
Ooh, she did not just say that.
Enjoy your shitty fucking life, dude.
So she just said it's the same thing that the last guy tried to do to me, meaning Mel. So she's trying to compare Mel with Hale.
Yeah, no, the fact that I put up with as much as I did and sat here and excused the fact that he wouldn't go to therapy, even though it was a promise made in order for him to...
Teeny, I'll be updating all of this anyway. Like, I'll be uploading it on here. So I've got it so it automatically saves on the TWT page. And then I'm trying to get someone to screen record so we've got comments on there as well, because it won't do that when I just upload. But they're also trying to screen record her live, so I don't know what we're going to end up with, but yeah, I mean, you're going to hear the audio anyways.
To get on hormones and me feel okay with that, and yet he didn't, and now I'm getting blamed for the way that he reacts to bullshit. Like, what the fuck? What in the actual fuck, dude? Yeah, he's cute, guys, but he is not fucking healthy. You want to get emotionally ignored for months on end? Go be with Hale. Go be with Hale. Because, yeah, that's fucking wild. The fact that that actually just happened. No, he's not going to come down now because now he knows that I have proof. So now he's not going to come down because he doesn't want to get actual proof that he's fucking crazy. It's amazing how I'm always with these fucking people, dude. Every fucking time.
I wonder if she ever thinks so to herself, you know. I always attract these toxic people and these horrible people. Does she ever think maybe it's got something to do with her and not other people? You know what I mean? Like, it's... Do you ever look at it and go, well, I'm fighting with all these people, maybe I am the problem? I don't understand how she can't process that. Go be with Hale. I'm on my way. I was going to say before, like, don't tempt them. Don't do it.
Unbelievable. Oh, here he comes. I hear him. He's probably trying to call the cops on me.
So Sam says she's back at the house and claiming to be mature adult still. Taylor is on there giving advice, the last person who should. Not Taylor. Like, oh. It's okay, guys. I'm over 5 months deep now and nothing's stopping anything ever. So that's Hale. Yeah, exactly. She's just, oh my god.
I hope he does, because that will be the most embarrassing shit he's ever been.
I think she's talking about Taylor as in sparkling whatever her face is.
I'm through in his life. Here I am sitting here packing my shit. Responsibly.
Do we really?
Nicely. Respectfully. And yeah. Fuck off, dude. He got mad that I took his sex toys out of our room and put them in a bag and told me he was going to take all of my gifts that he gave to me from me. How are you going to take back a camera that you bought for someone? Tell me you're spiteful without telling me you're spiteful. Clearly, something is really wrong with you.
I'm kind of embarrassed for her right now. Like, I feel embarrassed for her that she's acting this way. Like, fuck. Ah.
That was unfucking real. Not putting up with that shit. Unfucking believable. Always my fault though, right guys? It's always crazy Courtney's fault. Why am I so crazy?
She calls herself Crazy Courtney. Like, I'd be so satisfied if she was like, it's even Crazy Coconut, because that would be funny as fuck. But the fact that she's called herself Crazy Courtney, it's killing me.
Why am I so crazy if I'm literally packing all my shit peacefully right now? Am I the crazy one? I don't think I'm the crazy one. I think I'm actually the mature fucking adult who's doing this the right way. And instead being blamed for all the bullshit that all these fucking men have. And I'm not fucking doing it anymore. I need to be a good mom for Shai. And I have been ignoring her on account of him. Not fucking happening anymore. Unfucking believable.
Peacefully.
That was absolutely wild. Absolutely insane. Your shit is in my fucking room. There's your shit.
I would literally have like one of those like priests that do the exorcisms come to my house to like remove all the bad vibes, and I'd be like checking through the house for cameras and shit, because that's what she would do.
God. The fact that I literally just tried to get blamed for that bullshit is unfucking believable. I'm just done. I'm done. I tried so fucking hard to be the communicative adult. I used every single fucking resource my therapist gave.
Someone just said she probably talks to herself like this all the time because she's crazy. And I was just thinking that before. I'm like, I wonder if when she's not on live, if she just walks around the house doing that as well.
Gave me to try and connect with him. And he doesn't want to talk about anything that he actually goes through in his head. So how am I the crazy one when I'm literally being emotionally withdrawn from, not being talked to like a fucking adult? Yeah, no, I'm really done. And I deserve so much better than somebody who's going to emotionally ignore me. I deserve an adult who's going to say, hey, can we sit down? Can we talk about this? Hey, can we go to therapy? Because I really don't want to lose this relationship.
Oh. Hale says she does talk to herself all the time, especially when she's mad at me. So it's basically like her mature way of communicating is to like walk through the house and like say the things that she's annoyed at and that. But, I mean, if you look at it, I don't understand why she's not like realizing that it's already gotten like beyond that point. You know what I mean? You have to, when someone gets to the point where they're actually done and they're like, I'm done with you, why is she starting to try and like backpedal and fix it now? Like, I feel like this has obviously been going on for quite a while. So I don't know, that's the part that confuses me. Like, she waits until people are like done with her and she's like, well, what do you mean? Like, we could try therapy, we try this and that. And then I don't realize, like, once you hit like a certain point, there's no going back. Like, once you decide to leave someone and it's in your head, you're done, you know? Someone said, yeah, she's only done because Hale's done. Hale said she is moving out. I originally told her that they can stay because I would never kick them aside, but she spiraled anyways. Okay, but maybe he was ready to be done with the relationship and didn't want to go to therapy. Exactly. I think you need to want to fix it to go to therapy, and there's one thing to going to therapy when things are bad, but then when you've already passed that point, therapy isn't going to fix it. Like, you can't take back things that you've already done.
If it's that much of an easy choice for you to just ditch your wife and child, please get the fuck out. Because, yeah, no, I am, that was unfucking believable. Unfucking believable on so many levels. It's not even funny how unbelievable that was.
GoFundMe for Hale's divorce.
Now watch, I'm gonna get blamed for fucking everything. He's gonna go on his social media and talk about how I'm so fucking abusive and how I'm so crazy, and then he's gonna become best fucking friends with Mel, and he's gonna be buddy with him, and they're gonna join fucking forces. And you know what's funny? They're both unhealthy as shit, so I don't give a fuck. But I do not deserve that shit. So, I'm gonna pack up all my stuff. And I'm gonna move. And I'm gonna get the fuck out.
Actually, I'm like cackling as well because it's so funny. They're gonna be BFFs. And they're gonna, oh my god, I can't. It's so funny.
And I'm gonna start over. Where will I go?
Yes, she did.
Well, my parents finally agreed to let me stay with them for a little bit, which is nice. So, that's what I'm gonna do.
Could you imagine being her parents and having someone that is just constantly doing this shit? Like, I don't know. I think if my kids got to that point, I'd be like, right, you need to wake up to yourself. Like, I feel like they're way too soft on her. They know she has issues, and they sort of, not that they go along with it. Like, I'm sure they've said before that she's got, she needs to, like, approach things differently, but it's, they're not accepting. I don't even know how to explain it. It kind of feels like they're accepting of it because they always let her come back and whatever. And I get it's because she's got Shiloh and they've got to look out for her as well. But I just feel like it would come to a point where, like, you're the problem. You know, like, there's that tough love where you can only hear so much and then you need to be honest with them, I guess. Whoever said that it was freezing, it will be posted to the page. So I've got it so that it's going to be posted automatically. Imagine having to convince your parents to give you a place to stay. That's when you know you have way too many screws loose. Yeah, exactly. They're enabling. That's what I was trying to say. I really feel like they're enabling. Like, they know that her behaviour is toxic. And I can understand you want to help your kids, but you can't just be like, oh, you know, and go along with their nonsense and not give them that tough love and say, well, you know, you can stay with me, but you do realise that you were the problem in this instance. I feel like Courtney's the type to tell her parents she'll kill herself if she's allowed to move back in. I feel like she'd be a very difficult child to have, and it would be so much harder because she has Shiloh, and obviously you want to make sure that Shiloh is safe. Like, we all want to make sure Shiloh is safe. There were so many times back, like before Hale, when she was with Mel, where it was really concerning, you know?
I'm gonna go stay with them.
You do, Des.
Save up a bunch of money. And save up like 2 months of rent and then move out and then pay rent by myself and be an adult and not complain about it. Because if you're an adult, you handle your shit by yourself. Blah, blah, blah. No.
Alright. So, I'll go to the next one. That's how my parents are with my bro, and he's toxic and crazy, and they watched him be abusive and did nothing. See, that's so sad. You know, we see it a lot of the time, though, like a lot of the families. I look at Juliana and Drew, and, you know, you've got one child who's got obviously battling addictions and it's quite bad, and the other one has really bad mental health issues. And she sits there and goes, oh, we know Brad's parents they always get involved. My parents never get involved. And that's not saying anything good for her parents. You know what I mean? That's a bad thing. Like, it's good that Brad's parents get involved because obviously they care. They care about the kids and everyone that's in the situation. Whereas Juliana's parents, like, oh, you know, you work that shit out, it's not our problem. And I don't know, like, I feel like in a way it is enabling them because they ignore the behaviour. I don't know. It's just how I see it. This is the next part.
You can get your stupid fucking voice box on here. That's what you can do. The fact that I literally almost got blamed for physical abuse when he busted through the door at me. Wow. Wow, he's really showing his true colors.
I would pay for a bread life.
He really is. And I'm not dealing with it anymore. He's lucky. He's lucky I'm not a spiteful piece of shit, because if I was a spiteful piece of shit, I could have destroyed all this shit last night. But am I mature? Yeah, so I don't. Because I'm a mature adult who handles feelings and works through them and comes up with a plan and rationalizes and
okay, so someone just said, oh so steamy, Charlotte was with her parents for a few days. She said on her live a few minutes ago. So that's good. That is very good to hear. But you are... Oh, did I miss it? Now Hale is abusive. Oh my goodness. I was in the house the whole time this was happening, lol, after the kitchen scene. Oh my goodness.
Sexualizes those things and then puts them into a plan of action. That's what I am. He can talk all he wants about me being abusive, but it's a fucking lie. A fucking lie.
See, no, I haven't even seen Hale have posts anywhere that she was abusive until, like, she was actually abusive. So you can tell that she's paranoid. She knows. She's like, oh my God, the truth's going to come out. He's going to tell the truth about how I treated him and stuff. And she's terrified because that's why she's, like, trying to, like, wrap it up and take control of the situation. Be like, oh, he can say that. So she gets her story in first, if that makes sense. Yeah, sometimes I wonder if she forgets she's actually live and she thinks she's just talking to herself. Yeah, listen to what she's just saying there. She's, like, repeating the same thing over and over. It's really weird. No, I'm not saying shit on my profiles. That's the way to be. Don't give her any ammunition because she's just going to try and use it against you. And this makes her look crazy. You know, everyone is going to look at this and go, oh, another breakup with Courtney. Like, surprise.
The fact that that actually just happened the way it did is unfucking
Yeah, I
believable.
know. The shit talking live has more viewers than hers.
He is not the person I thought he was, guys. No, I didn't file. I don't have money to file, so right now I have to file for that. Friday, maybe. I came home to peacefully pack my stuff because he let me know that there is no hope for us whatsoever.
Peacefully.
And when I did, I was talking on the phone with a friend of mine, and we were talking about the situation and how I'm gonna feel so much better when I leave and when I move out, and I'm actually like emotionally cared for. And he, I guess, got upset about it and busted through the door and pushed it over my foot. And when I said, ow, he said, you're just like Mel. Because Mel used to cry and say that I abused him when I didn't. So now he's trying to blame my previous relationship on me. That is such a fucking narcissist shit thing to do. Such a fucking narcissist move. You can't just let
Ember Michelle's watching this, by the way.
someone leave peacefully. Instead, you're going to cause drama and then accuse them of being the problem. That makes you the fucking problem. The fact that I actually married this guy, I am fucking amazed. And I actually thought he was going to, like, put forth effort and, like, be there for us and fight for us.
Okay, so someone just said, I miss what caused a breakup. Like, what was the last straw? So, I mean, obviously, Hale's probably better to answer this, but obviously it's been going on for a while. But he was paying all of the rent. She was supposed to be paying some towards it, like, as she paid off her debt. Because remember last year she was like, you know, this year I'm working towards paying off my debt. And, like, obviously Hale was supporting her in doing that so she could pay off their debt and they could buy a house together or whatever. So he was paying for all of the rent. She paid off her debt. I think it was like a couple of months ago she posted that she had paid it off. And then obviously, you know, it's now come time for her to start paying money towards that rent. And then he's come home with a bird and she's like, oh, well, that's why you need help with rent because you've just went and bought a bird. That's the way I've read it anyway, or I interpreted it. So, but I mean, I don't know if that's right or not. Hale, you can step in and whatever happened, but I mean, oh my god. A narcissist calling someone else narcissist, hilarious. Gonna ask for alimony. Oh god. They are actually married. Yep. There you go. Honestly, I was just drained. I just kept feeling myself getting reactive and I didn't like it. I was doing what was best for her and I didn't want any of this at all. Yeah. I think it's a hard one too because you can sorry, I just had a message come through. I think it's a hard one as well because obviously she's so highly strung all the time. It would be exhausting to sort of be able to deal with that, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like whenever I see her and she's always like so over the top and she's so bothered by things. Like, I remember we watched that time when the neighbour had come in or something, she was yelling at the neighbour and it literally sounded like she was fighting with the neighbour, but then everyone's like, oh no, they weren't fighting. Like, afterwards we worked out they weren't fighting, and it was like, oh my god, imagine reacting like that all the time and always being so highly strung. Like, I feel like you need that time to, like, unwind, especially if you're working all the time and then you come home and you got someone that's like all the time. I couldn't handle it. I told her I cared about her for as a person, but mostly as Charlie's mum, and I never wanted to hurt her, and that was the hardest part. I was choked up and she was calm and collected, and I just don't know. I think it hasn't hit her yet, honestly, because I really wish we had more documentation of like the Mel stuff when it went down. And it was like a roller coaster. It was up, down. Like, I can imagine this is like not even mad. This is just a little thing. I feel like it's going to be begging for you to go back, and then it's going to be really bad.